Juvenile Detention Center standing behind me. I think our governor and legislators have forgotten one very important thing: what a great state Connecticut is. All I hear these days is the negative comments regarding the state employees and their unions, the budget problems, taxes, etc. What I don't hear lately is how great of a state Connecticut really is. Why do people with money stay in this state? It's because when you pay for the best, you expect the best. And in the state of Connecticut, the best includes Connecticut juvenile detention officers, Connecticut police officers, Connecticut bail commission officers, Connecticut clerks, Connecticut juvenile transportation officers, Connecticut teachers, Connecticut social workers, Connecticut probation officers, Connecticut court monitors, Connecticut correctional officers, and the list goes on. These are professionals who do their job every day, and because they do their job well, you may never notice. Case in point, our bail division is the only nationally accredited bail system in the United States. Because of our bail officer services, 48% of our inmates serviced are able to move into alternative situations beyond incarceration. 78% of those never return to the judicial system. Think about that for a moment. How much money does that save the state? How many lives does that save? How many families does that heal? We, the state of Connecticut, should know better than anyone what happens when juveniles don't receive the proper services. Our juvenile detention centers, like the one behind me, are accredited by the American Correctional Association as well as the National Commission of Corrections and Healthcare. Other states and countries model their juvenile detention centers after ours. The youth that are housed here need our full attention. These children rely on structure and routine that this facility provides. Let me ask you this: do you think that families with kids that have made mistakes and have problems love their kids any less? Now, because of this potential closure, these families, many of which are struggling to make ends meet, need a way to get to Hartford. As we know, the quick answer isn't to build a fast-track bus route from Bridgeport to Hartford. This closure is just one more example of the governor's expectation to balance the budget on the backs of competent professionals such as the ones you see right here. Let me be clear. There are other ways to close this budget gap. Doing it at the expense of hardworking, top-notch employees of the state of Connecticut is not it. There is a better way. Medication buyback programs, taxing endowments, tolls, closing the tax gap between the 1% and everyone else. These are just some ideas. But we elected our government officials to tackle these problems, not to constantly rely upon the working class to solve the problem for them. So I challenge the governor and the legislature to stand up next to the state employees and help them to continue to make the state of Connecticut the best state in the union. I'd like to introduce a few of our speakers.